Hi everyone, this is Renie. How's everyone doing? Hold on. I have hair on my face. Okay, anyways, ignore that. So it's been a while. I am here today to talk about doing your original ideas, basically, and a bit about fan art, a bit about getting published, and this isn't a tutorial or anything like that. This is basically just me talking about some roadblocks that I'm dealing with right now in my artistic career. So, but I feel like there are a lot of creators out there, especially comic artists, that are trying to get their own ideas seen and are struggling with that. So hopefully this will resonate with some people, and hopefully, you know, this will help some other people out as well, or encourage them, or make them feel like they have a kindred spirit out there that is struggling along with them. So yeah. Oh, also, before I start, a new hair, look! Yay! It's red, as you can see. I forgot what color it was last time. I think it was black with like red undercolors, but I changed it a while. It's already growing out. My hair grows really fast. Oh, and so it's been a while since I did a video, and I know that, but it's because I've been busy. And if you follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, you will know that I've been working on some books. More like one book, to be exact. The comic I just finished is Beats. This one right here, which actually are the pages that I used pages from this to do the demo last time about inking. So if you flip through it, you'll see. I forgot which pages I used for the demo. I don't remember. I think I used the water page. Water, yes. Water! Oh, yay! The printing came out really nice. This comic is up in my store if you want to check it out. It also is on Tumblr, so you can read the whole thing on Tumblr, but if you buy the book, it's only like 10 bucks. I included some extras, so it's not like, you know, you're just buying something you can already read online, because that's dumb, right? But I really like having a printed product, so I always make like a printed version of, you know, the comics that I do. So check that out! My comic Beads that I'm really proud of that I just finished. Now we can actually get to the video. Yeah, I just want to talk about sort of what's been on my mind recently, for a long time actually. The subject is doing your original ideas, and whether you're, you know, doing an animated movie or a book or whatever else, or a comic book, I think this is pretty relatable. This might relate to you, but of course I'm a comic artist and I want to make my own graphic novels, so that's the point of view that I'm going to be talking from, that I'm going to be speaking from. If you don't know me so well, I'm a comic artist primarily. That was my training. I worked in animation, and right now my day job is in gaming, but on the side I still do comics, and it's because it's my passion. It was a medium that I grew up with, and it had a profound impact on me, and I think comics is a beautiful medium. It's a form of art and form of literature, and it can be very powerful, and I know it's powerful because it had a big powerful impact on me when I was growing up. So comics has always really spoken to me, and I want to make good comics no matter what else I'm doing, you know, even if I have a day job in gaming like right now. Like, I've decided that I love comics and I'm going to make comics, but it's hard because of a whole bunch of reasons. But let's see. I should have made a list of all the reasons. The main thing for me is, I guess, motivation. Recently I've been very motivated, which is, I finished my comic Beads over here in like, say, 3 months, which is, it sounds like a lot of time, but it really isn't when you think it's a 28-page comic with illustrations for the covers, and I also have a full-time day job. I work 40 hours a week. I think that's pretty good time for a 28-page comic. I wish I was faster though. I have a very detailed style. It takes me a long time to do a page, but yeah, anyways, like motivation is always a problem for me. Recently, I think I've had a bit of growth and I've been much better about this. And it all starts with having a good idea that you believe in and then just following through with it and not thinking too much about it. So I've been improving on that, but comics is a very solitary career, and I don't know, comic artists talk to each other about this a lot. A lot of people working in comics, most of us, if we don't have a day job doing something else, if we do comics full-time, we're freelance and we just work from home. So we don't get a lot of interaction with anyone beyond errands, your family, roommates, and you correspond with the editor and your writer and maybe your artist if you're, you know, a writer or a colorist or whatever, through email. And you that's why conventions are such a wild ride, because all these artists that work freelance at home and, you know, writers, colorists, whatever, we finally get to see people, you know, see our own kind, and we just go all out and party. And those conventions are great for, you know, cartoonists and people working in this industry, because it's a very solitary job most of the time, and that's definitely a struggle, especially if you're doing something on your own. So right now, everything that I do, I just do it because I love it. Like, I want to tell stories, and when I have an idea, and I used to struggle with a lot of like self-doubt, like a whole bunch of stuff, because you know, that stems from people telling me that I couldn't make it doing comics and I shouldn't pursue drawing growing up for years and years. And I went to a school that had no art course, you know, no art program whatsoever. So I basically went into art school blind. Like, I was just like, I love art, I'm gonna somehow do this. But there was a lot of discouragement early on, and I think a lot of artists have that same experience. So just like having the confidence to believe in your own ideas, and me having confidence to believe in my own ideas and following through it was a hurdle that I'm hoping I've crossed by now. Yeah, basically what I'm doing now is I put everything together for my own books. I'm doing the drawing, the lettering, I do the cover design, I do the distribution, I talk to the printer, I make the website, I kind of, you know, promote it, I do everything myself. And it's also difficult because I don't do a lot of fan art. While I don't have anything against fan art, it's, you know, sort of hard to get out there, I suppose, if you're not already referencing an established property that people know well, that, you know, people will gravitate towards. And honestly, I wish I was the type to do more fan art, but I really, and if I do some fan art, but for like, if I really love a property and I like a story, then I will want to pay tribute to it. But I don't do a lot of it, and that's also a struggle for me, because I feel like it's harder to get noticed sometimes that way. And while I don't have a problem with, say, working on, you know, a bigger established story, or say, like, I'm happy that I got to work on Archer, and I'm happy that I got to work on Deadpool, but I also want my own stuff to be known, and that's kind of a struggle. But one thing that I think is helpful to remember is everything started out small. Like, nothing started out as like a huge franchise, like, and a huge story. For example, say Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman were all once just small ideas in someone's studio that a few guys decided to make into a book and keep on improving on, and they kept on putting it out there for decades and decades, and now it's a huge, big universe that millions of people around the world like, that inspires tons and tons of people. And it's because the people that created these stories and these characters had the perseverance to follow through it and believe in what they did. So that's something that I sort of am realizing recently, and I try to keep that in mind when it feels like creating original ideas or stories is difficult or not worth it. Just remember, everything started out small, and if you have a good idea, if you really believe in it, then why not try it? Yeah, so I try to keep that in mind, and recently I've been doing a lot of short comics, and besides from the fact that I have a lot of short story ideas and I just like telling stories to begin with, I feel like it's a good way to show people in general, or probably potential publishers, that I have good ideas, that I can tell a good story, and I can follow through with the project, which is all very important. And it's another struggle with doing original ideas is, you know, unless you already have a name to yourself, even if you have worked on a lot of known projects, it doesn't mean that you'll get necessarily picked up by a publisher. Like, it doesn't mean that you can have a script ready and people will trust you with it, because, you know, publishers want to know that you can A, follow through with the idea, and then B, it'll be a good idea and it'll sell. You know, 3, people will buy the book. Because as much as I feel like people in comics are very dedicated to the art form and just making good comics, like, it's people who work in comics are very passionate about it, and the publishers really want to put good comics out there. And as much as that is true, you know, there's no way for a publisher to know if a brand new creator is going to be a flop, and I understand that. So that's another struggle to sort of overcome, and that's a hard one, actually, until you're at the point where a publisher can trust you with carrying a whole book. You basically have to do everything yourself. Hopefully, if I just keep that up and follow through with ideas I have, keep on making short stories, and like I said, I'll be making comics no matter what, but hopefully, you know, if I just focus on doing good work and improving myself and making good books and good art, you know, that's all I can really worry about, and hopefully things will grow from there and I can get something picked up in the future. So hopefully this was interesting to you, and hopefully it provided some insight or inspiration, whether or not you're also trying to do original comics, or if you're doing any sort of original property or trying to, you know, build something of your own brainchild. Hopefully this was interesting to you, and let me know if you have any questions or comments about doing creator-owned projects. I'd love to hear from you, so let me know. And so that's it. Yeah. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram. I'm Renie Draws everywhere. RENIEDRAWS. Did I say Tumblr? Yeah, I'm on Tumblr as well. Yeah. And my main website is reniedraws.com. If you would like to pick up any books or prints or other little knickknacks that I've made, you can visit my store and me, which is renieswares.storeandme.com, which is RENIEWARES. I guess I'll put it on the screen somewhere along here. Yeah, I'll put it on the screen. And down in the description, so everything will be down in the description. So definitely check out the comic that I just finished. Don't forget, I'm really proud of it. It looks cool. It's a cool book. Look. And also, since it's here, I might as well show you. I still have copies of my Badass Women in History art book, so that's on my store as well. And it is my Inktober project for October of last year. So yeah, there's that. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to me for more videos about usually art demos or just conversations about doing art like I was doing today. Thanks, bye!